A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 9, verses 18 to 22. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. One time, when Jesus was off praying by himself, his disciples nearby, he asked them, "What are the crowds saying about me, about who I am?" They said, "John the Baptizer." Others say, "Elijah." Still others say that one of the prophets from long ago has come back. He then asked, "And you? What are you saying about me? Who am I?" Peter answered, "The Messiah of God." Jesus then warned them to keep it quiet. They were to tell no one what Peter had said. He went on, "It is necessary that the Son of Man proceed to an ordeal of suffering, be tried and found guilty by the religious leaders, high priests, and religion scholars, be killed, and on the third day be raised up alive." The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with God, and I am Father Joseph Matthew. Today, on the 26th of September, we reflect on the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 9, verses 18 to 22. Who do you say that I am? This moment in Gospel of Luke is one of the turning points in Jesus' earthly life. As he set his face towards Jerusalem, knowing the cross awaited him, he asked his disciples a question of ultimate importance. Who do you say that I am? Peter's answer, "You are the Christ of God," was more than a statement of faith. It was a breakthrough, a light shining in the darkness. Jesus had not labored in vain. Even if his disciples did not yet understand everything, a seed of truth had been planted, a fire lit in their hearts that would never be extinguished. But Peter, like the others, still had to learn what this truth meant. They dreamed of a Messiah who would conquer with power, lead them to victory, and restore glory to Israel. However, Jesus had to turn their hopes upside down so that they could see that God's way is not the way of worldly conquest, but of self-giving love. This gospel leaves us with two great truths. First, faith is always personal. It is not enough to repeat what others say about Jesus. Each of us must answer his question ourselves. Who do you say that I am? Christianity is not merely knowing the doctrines. It is knowing a person. Like St. Paul, we are called to say, "I know whom I have believed." We read in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 12. Second, discipleship means living under God's will. Jesus often said, I must be in my Father's house." In Luke chapter 2, verse 49. "I must proclaim the kingdom." Luke chapter 4, verse 43. "I must go on my way." In chapter 13, verse 33. And finally, the Son of Man must suffer many things. In chapter 9, verse 22. His whole life was shaped by that must, by obedience to his Father's plan. So too for us, to follow Christ is to live with that same sense of holy necessity. We are people under orders, not the orders of the world, but of God's love.